Hey, what's going on guys? Tony here with another episode of VentureTube. So if you've kept up with the channel, you know that I've recently partnered with Lews for the 2019 fishing season. And my goal for the next couple of videos is to take some of the high-end Lews, $199 and up, and kind of compare what reel in that price range would be the best bang for the buck. The last video I did the Lews Tournament Pro, which is a phenomenal reel. In this video, we're going to be going over the Team Lews Lite. So as you can see, I'm not in a place where, you got rods standing up and fish mounted on the walls. I'm actually at work in Pasadena, Texas, and I'm living in a warehouse, so to speak. So yeah, I brought an inflatable kayak with me. So if any of you guys are in the Pasadena area and want to go fishing afterwards, I'd really love to find some spots, freshwater or salt or brackish water, whatever. Need to catch some fish. Anyway, let's jump into the reel. First, I want to give you guys a little close up look at this reel here. This is a gorgeous reel. Now you've probably noticed there was a gap in between my last video and this one because I am actually putting these reels to the test, throwing them on different rods, throwing different lures, throwing them in saltwater and freshwater to see how they're going to hold up and what they're good at and what they're not good at. So again, this is the Team Lews Lite. I don't know if you can see that right there. This reel retails at $239.99. The Tournament Pro from the previous video was $199. That's on Lews website. The model number on this reel is TLL1H. So let me give you a few specs about the reel and then I'll give you my thoughts about it. So number one, this is a fully aluminum frame reel. It has C45 carbon side plates on it. This is a 11 ball bearing system. Comes in various gear ratios. This one is a 6:8:1. I use it for cranking. This is the Speed Spool LFS series, a reel that I've used before, the LFS series, the $100 Lews, which stands for lighter, faster, stronger. It's a very compact reel, and Lews even makes a new SLP, which is even more compact than this one, but I find that this reel is plenty small enough for my hands. I have big hands. Again, 11 bearings. It has a double anodized gold detail finishing. There's just little accents everywhere around your braking system, right here on the spool tension knob. Just like I said, a very, very nice looking reel. So this is a centrifugal braking system, but this has the 6-pin 27 position quiet cast, but it's different. On Lews website, this is how it's listed. It says externally adjustable 6-pin 27 position speed cast adjustable centrifugal braking system. ACB is their acronym for it. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's the same exact thing on the Tournament Pro. However, the braking system is amazing on this reel. I'll get to that here in just a minute. I'm going to continue on with some more specs. But the braking system so far, I think, is better than the Tournament Pro, which is kind of hard to imagine because I love that reel so much too. So let's move forward. I'll come back to that. Right here, you have on your spool tension knob, just like on the Tournament Pro, you have that option to indicate what size line you have on your spool, which I just absolutely love that idea because there's so many times I just forget. I change up setups. And that little feature right there is small, but it really is coming in handy already. We have a 20-pound drag system. It's a audible clicking drag, 20 pounds, just like the Tournament Pro. So let's look at the handle. The handle here is 85 millimeters, a little bit smaller than the Tournament Pro, but it is carbon fiber, and I really, really do like the knobs. I like the wind grip knobs too. But these knobs are a combination of cork and the EVA foam. They're really, really comfortable. The line guide here, it's titanium coated zirconia. Has a external lube port right here. I don't want to forget anything. Oh, well, Don't want to forget this, one of the most important things. So it's a Team Lews Lite, and it's light because it only weighs 5.7 ounces. Now Lews does make another reel that is called the Lews HyperMag, which weighs in at 5.3 ounces. This baby's only, all right, wait, I think the HyperMag is 5.4 ounces. So this is only 0.3 ounces heavier than that, and it's about 60 bucks cheaper. This is gonna come into play when I review the HyperMag. I gotta crack this baby open, and I wanna show you this braking system that I absolutely love. But before I do, I just removed this reel from my rod, and I wanna show you the setting that I've had it on multiple lures. I barely have the brakes on. It's on setting 3. Now remember, we got 27 positions to go, and I'm on 3, and I haven't backlashed once. So let's pop her open. Just like the Tournament Pro, you have a pin right here, pull to the side, rotate the plate, pull off to the side. There's a look at the inside of your plate here. Now let's look at this braking system. Ooh, pretty nice. It is really, really nice. As you can see, there are 6 of these blue little feet that circle the outer edge of this little drum here. Now, these feet all come up different levels. Some come up higher than others, and which would allow them to engage at different points or times, I guess. I don't know. I don't know the engineering of it. I'm gonna try to hold this level and get my face out of there. Probably can't tell. I don't have the best lighting in here, but anyway, take my word for it. These come up at different heights, and for whatever reason, however it works, I don't know. All I can tell you is it works great. Like I said, I'm on setting 3, and I have, I guess, 24 more to go if I wanted to. This braking system here, so far, I think is better than the Tournament Pro. Is it $40 worth the extra price? So far, I'm thinking so. I mean, if you're gonna drop $200 on a reel, that's another 40, I guess. But okay, here's a negative. So you saw me talk in the last video that Lews had come up with this exclusive little patented idea that has a hook keeper right here on the reel. For whatever reason, they didn't put it on the light, and it's kind of a disappointment, and here's why. A lot of the rods I'm using right now are I just stabbed the ceiling. A lot of the rods I'm using right now are Shimano X-Age. Now I know Shimano come out with the new SLX rods for this year. If you're looking for a rod in that $100 price range, these were originally $100. I got them on clearance. I actually got this rod for 24 bucks, which I couldn't pass that up. It's a great rod. But for a kayak fisherman, they put the hook keeper way down here behind your hand. And we put our rods and rod holders. You just can't put your lure down here and stick it in a rod holder. It makes no sense. So I got a really nice reel. I don't want to put my hook on this because eventually this will get scratched. So I ended up putting it on my guide. But if I had the piece right here, the Lews hook keeper, then that problem would be solved. So I would really, really like to see Lews put that little hook keeper on their Team Lews Lite. But I guess you can't have it all on one reel. Let's do a little free spool test spin. Hold tight, I gotta go get some electrical tape. Okay, electrical tape. I got this spooled with 12-pound Seagar Abrazex. Okay, she's all wrapped up. Golly, this thing weighs nothing without the spool. It's crazy. Pop it in, clip it down, turn the brakes off. Oh yeah, that does click too, by the way. Back off the spool tension knob, which is also clicking. Didn't show that, but again, don't know if that's important to you, but it is clicking. I like it. Does it bother me if the reel doesn't have it? Not really. All right, here we go, guys. Okay, probably a little bit shorter than the Tournament Pro free spool time, but there's an example of showing you don't get too hung up with that whole free spool idea. But I can't say I've went out and tested distance, but it feels like it casts further and it's smoother, which is kind of hard to imagine because the Tournament Pro is so smooth. So, in my opinion, this reel is a step ahead in casting over the Tournament Pro. The best way for me to describe it is when I cast it, it just seems like it just wants to keep going. And I guess it should because I barely have the brakes on, but for whatever reason, it seems to be able to control the spin of the spool, and I haven't blew up a spool yet. I hope that helps you out for some of you that are looking into Lews. If you guys want more information, I'll have links below in the comments section. If you guys have questions, leave them below. Next up, I will either be reviewing a Lews BB1 Pro or the Lews HyperMag. That's the next two. Go back and check out my other video on the Tournament Pro. I'm gonna be honest, whatever reel you buy in this price range, you're not gonna be disappointed. They all chunk lures a country mile. I think that's about it, guys, and I'm serious about going fishing with you. If you're in the area, hit me up, send me a message, and I'm living at work basically, and this is a creepy warehouse. It gets lonely in here, so that's why I'm making this video right now. All right, guys, that's gonna wrap this one up. I hope you got something out of it. If you did, smash that like button and check these Lews reels out for yourself. I'm sure you won't be disappointed.